Good morning. Today is Monday, January the 3rd, 2021. Make sure this is loud because I am up loud, rather. Because I am in my bed, not completely up. And I want to tell it. I want to tell this dream. I dreamt that looked like I was working for this man. And he wanted me to, let me see if I could put it in words, what he wanted me to do. And I was in this, so I got hired for this job. It was a big time job. I was making a lot of money. Oh, I was supposed to get a lot of money because I ain't make nothing yet. But I was supposed to, I was supposed to go, like, stick something down in a hole or something and get some information. I don't know. It was weird. It was a lot of work. And it caused me to be way high up. Like, lot of, maybe 40, 50, 60 feet up from the air. Right? And I was afraid of heights in the dream. But I was up there doing this way. I was up there doing this one, right? And I'm just a-going, and I'm just a-going. And I happened to look down, and I saw Danielle, and I saw Mary, and I saw all of them down there. And they was like, hey, Mommy, hi, Mommy. You working, huh? You doing your job, right? And it looked like I was in a different area, different world zone, like different type of world. And so, the devil always makes you gotta yawn when you want to read the Bible, when you want to pray, and now you want to tell a dream. So it must be got something to do with the Lord. So now I had to stand up. And when I stood up, I saw the height. And it seems like I was talking to other people, right? And it was like, wow, you up here? Oh my goodness. Like that, right? So I don't know what happened, the dream switch, and now I'm in this big auditorium kind of like place. A lot of people was in there. It looked like a store though, like a food restaurant. And that looked like it was my competitor. It looked like somebody that was competing in competition with the man that I was working for, right? Not too many people knew I was working for the man, but I was working for him, and I was very discreet about it, and I didn't have no shame about it, right? But I didn't know what the man was up to. I didn't know the man was no good, right? So I decided, I said, well, all right. I walked inside the store. It was some lady. It was very, oh, goodness. It was very free spirit. Everybody was in there. They was laughing. I'm not going to say too much about them drinking. I didn't see all that. I didn't see drinking and smoking. It just said it was a very comfortable atmosphere. It was very nice. It was very cozy. It didn't have too much light to it, right? Inside the restaurant, only in the area where they was cooking at. So she said, well, come on over here. So everybody turned. They were looking at me. But it seemed like when I came to that side, came into that restaurant, everybody knew that I was working for that man. So they wasn't too much into me, but they accepted me. So I went on over. So it was a lady, nice lady. She looked kind of Spanish, whatever. But she said, "Come on over here. Let me show you how to make this." So I walked over and she was showing me all types of fish. But this particular fish she showed me, it was a head. It was somebody's head. Well, it wasn't. You hear me? Somebody's head. Lou said that, but it wasn't nobody's head. It was a little small fish, real tiny. But the fish was very, I guess it was very known in their country to eat. It was very good. So she was showing me how to cut it up and how to clean it. Right? So she was like, "Come on over here, let me show you." So she did something and she did something. In the dream, I see her doing it, but now that I got to tell it, I can't tell it because I don't remember it, right? But in the dream, she showed me piece by piece. She showed me piece by piece. Should I say piece by piece? Yeah, I guess so. That's the only word I can think about or to use. It might be wrong, but I'm gonna say it. She showed me piece by piece how to cut the fish, how to season the fish, getting the different types of seasoning. But it was just something about that fish. It looked kind of weird. It looked kind of yucky. And then she was like, "Yeah, we're gonna take this fish." I don't know. It was just like the fishes or the seafoods or whatever she was using was just like weird. Like I'm saying to myself, how people eating this stuff? It don't even look kosher. Don't even look clean. And it wasn't even all about being clean. No, it wasn't about clean. It was nasty. And I don't mean nasty in dirtiness. I mean nasty in the fish wise. Like, how you gonna eat that kind of fish? Do you supposed to eat that fish just looks like as soon as you put it in your body, it's gonna like kill you like that, right? Because she taking the fish and everybody's like, yeah, the place was packed. That's the crazy thing about it. It was so packed. And just like I said, it wasn't no lighting or nothing. Only where she stood and behind us, it was lighting, right? So now she going on with the fish. She doing with it. I'm calling it fish because it didn't look like no fish. She going on with the mammal, doing what she doing with the mammal. She look like she got another one, but another kind. And I'm like, but I kept my posure, right? I didn't let her see that. I was like, oh, because she teaching me how to cook these things, right? And this is what this restaurant eat. So I don't know, all of a sudden, chaos came into play. And people's like, oh. And they was like, yeah, you worked for him, right? And then the dream switched and it looked like we was connected with the church. I started seeing like different church folks. I'm trying to think of Pastor Glover. That's the first head came to my head. I got to go to the bathroom. I got to. So I'm going to take my little phone with me and continue on with the dream. But I have to focus when I... Didn't go to school. I don't know who's supposed to be taking my note. Me. I'm the last person. Oh, yeah, she was the one. I'll check you out too. He ain't even had the gas to wake up nobody. Wake up these kids and out for school. But anyway. So now we are at this moment where everything is like chaos now in a dream. And they was like, come on, come on. And they was like saying to me, oh, you supposed to work, you work for him, right? And I was like, work for who like that? Not to say that I didn't work for the guy, but I wasn't gonna agree to anything unless I know what you're talking about. So I was thinking to myself, I said, oh, he gonna be mad with me because I didn't go into work today because I had forgot all about it. I'm over there with these people, interacting with these people, and I forgot that I was supposed to go leave them and go to the man and go up on top of the roof and drop this and drop that. And then it started coming out that the man was illegal, that he was doing stuff he had no business, right? So it was like, it was saying that and all that stuff. Then, I'm in the bathroom, as y'all know. Hey, y'all got school today?
Yeah.
What time you gotta leave school? Because it's like 10, 12. Hey, good morning. Hi. Auntie in here? Stay, baby, stay. What are you doing? Getting you something to eat? So, okay, so let me finish. So now, when I realized, that I am late, right? Then I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna try to see what's going on, what the emotion is about. I say, I know this man is upset. So I get to the job, right? I get to the job, and and um and I find out, it's like I said, I start seeing church folks. I find out that the man was a fraud. That what he was doing, I think the man was say he was working for not FBI, CIA. Yeah, that's what it was. I thought he was. Thank you, Holy Ghost, for bringing that to my remembrance, because the man was a fraud. The man wasn't working for nobody. And here's the thing: it wasn't so much. The dream wasn't so much bringing him out. The dream was bringing out the church folks and how they was stealing money when it came to the church that was taking money and scandalizing it or whatever Not scamming. They wasn't scamming people. They been taking a lot of money. I don't know. It seemed like it was the city. So the man that I was working for, even though he
Yeah.
Huh?
What happened? I know I looked in there last night and it had a pie there.
Well, on the table?
Yeah.
They ain't did that?
It ain't there, and the donuts are not there either.
Well, you can't be waiting around. You want something, you gotta get it.
It ain't lying.
I bought them things from the church. So, it was like, I was like looking, I was like, what is going on here? Right? I was like, what's going on here? I come to find out the job that I was or should I say the man, not so much the job. The man was a fraud. He wasn't so much of who he said he was. And who he said he was that he was connected with the CIA or something. So that's what it was about. When people was talking like that, and I said earlier about Danielle and them was like, oh, hi, mommy, and people were saying different things. And I was like, well, I work for the CIA, and da-da-da-da, I'm part of the CIA, and boom, 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 boom. So people didn't go in. People didn't say too much. They was talking at first, like saying little things like, yeah, look at you. You all the way up here, and I didn't know you would be working all up here like this. I didn't know you was going to get up there like that and all that stuff. Wow, you way up there. You way, because I was up in the sky. You know what I'm saying? I was in the sky. I don't know why Johnny dropped in my spirit. I don't know. But anyway, let me go on. So, So, yeah, they was like, oh, so you way up here. I know you was scared of heights, and you all the way up here. You going. And I mean, I was up there because when I looked down at Danielle and them, Danielle looked like, I can tell that was her face. And that's what I'm saying. That it seemed like I was in the atmosphere of pleasantness. Like I was at a place where I belong. Like this is it. This is where I'm supposed to be. And I was way, I had to be like 100, 200 feet. I could have been thousands. No, if I had been thousands, I wouldn't have been able to see their face. So I had to be a few hundred feet away from the ground. But I was high up there. And I was like watching where I was, like watching the area, I was at work, let me put it that way. And then I was like, hi, mommy. And I could see Elizabeth or another child she had, I don't know. Hi, mommy. And then it seemed like her face came right up to me where I had the ability to bring them up to me close. And I was like, how you doing? It was like, and then there was somebody else that said, oh, you up here? Wow, you way up here and you scared of heights? You act like you ain't scared of nothing. You ain't scared of nothing. What is you doing? What kind of job is it? I was like, I was working for the CIA. I was like, I wasn't saying proudly, like, I'm working for the CIA. Don't mess with me. I was just like, I'm working for the CIA like that. I put a little, like, proudness in it. Not sophistication. I don't think that would be sophistication. Sophistication. I just put that proud there. So, and it was like, oh, okay. Okay, we never know that you was all the way up here. Okay, all right, go ahead. So now when all the cover comes off the man, I don't feel so bad. Even with at the restaurant, when the restaurant people was like, yeah, you was working for him and da-da-da-da. But it wasn't so much backlash I got from the restaurant because I came over to them. I didn't come to work for them. I just came over to them, and for some reason I was a part of them. I came to their restaurant, and they was like, oh, okay. All right, look who's here. And everybody's like, oh, she over here. What's she doing over here like that, right? And then when the person blew up, now when it came up to a blow up and exposedness, it was church. I see Pastor Glover face vaguely like that. I see a little bit of Bishop, but like glimpse of them to let me know that it was the church. It was my church. And I seen other church members, not of my church, different church members, right? And I'm like, wow. I'm looking around at everybody. Everything's like in chaos, but not in chaos. And they was squandering money. They was doing this with the money and stuff like that. But it all fell on that man that I was working for. They was saying that the man, they didn't say too much about the company, right? They didn't say too much, even though they was talking about the company and the man. It switched. They really was talking about the church. Like, it wasn't too much of church. Like, church didn't really know nothing. It was the man. It was the leaders of the church. So it was that man that had given me the job, right? But he was no good, right? And I was like, wow, my dream was crazy. I don't know what that's about. I woke up on the part of being in a atmosphere. Let me say, being in a place. It wasn't a church. It looked like a big, like, auditorium, like a big conference room or whatever, big banquet hall or whatever, where everybody was gathering together. And I don't know whether it was a meeting or what, but that person got exposed. Whoever he was, got exposed. And I saw church folks mixed up with it. So I don't know whether our church is mixed up with some devilness. I got mixed up in it, but I forgot this. So now in the dream switch again and look like we on a bus. The bus always represents church. And we on the bus and it look like Mary on the bus, Mary friends on the bus, they all on the bus. And I was by this store, right? And I had went in my pocket to pull out my Metro card fell. So when I got on the bus was crowded. I went to get on the bus to pay my fare, and I realized that the Metro card had fell. So when I turned around, I saw the Metro card on the floor, and I put my hand inside the bus. I said, hold it. I said, please hold it. I'm going to pick up my Metro card. So somebody on the bus was like, all right, no problem, go ahead. Now I'm in the back of the bus. The bus is packed. There's no way the bus driver heard me, but the bus driver waited. So I ran over there. Now as I'm running over there, I don't see no Metro card. Or should I say, I do see a Metro card, but as I got closer to it, it seemed like it disappeared. But in my head, I was like, I know I saw it. I know it's there. I'm going to keep going. So when I got there, like, the Metro card appeared, and I picked it up, and I ran back on the bus. Now, mind you, I think I ran on the bus and I paid the fare. Yeah, I think so. Now the bus switched to me in the front. Now I switched to being in the front. So now when I get on the bus, Mary's on the bus, her friends on the bus, and they just talking. They talking about different things. I think they was talking about what happened. And then people was looking at me. It's like people knew that I worked for this man. And they was kind of like, how can I explain it? They was kind of like not want to be so into me or whatever. But I'm just going to say, because of who I were, they couldn't say too much against me. They couldn't say, oh, get out of here. You was with that person and you did this and no, you was with that person and they did this and they did that, so that make you bad. They couldn't say all that because, I don't know, must have was something about me that made them know that I ain't know nothing about it. So, but Mary was there. That's one person I really saw. I saw Mary. Really saw Mary. So whatever the situation gonna be, Mary really gonna be the center of attraction at that particular situation. And she was laughing and she was, she wasn't loud. She wasn't being disrespectful. She didn't disrespect me or nothing. People respected me, but they knew I was a part of that man. Whoever that man was, whatever that job was I was doing, that landed me all the way up in the ceiling, Not in the ceiling, in the sky, because I was way above everybody. I think that's what caused them to respect me, my level that I was. Now, then I woke up, because even though Mary was there, they wasn't really fraternizing with me. They wasn't interacting with me. Just like I said, it was just something about me that kind of like, even though I was on a bus with all these people, I just felt out of place. Like I didn't belong there. But I had no other choice but to be there, because the destination that I was going caused me to take this bus, right? But everybody was like, they made room, they allowed me to sit down and all that stuff. But Mary was having her conversation with who she was having it with. And then I woke up. Now, I'm going to tell you my interpretation of it. My interpretation, not God's, mine. My interpretation is that we're going to go back to the dream of me being hired by the person, right? Now, I really don't know who the person is. At first, I was trying to put it into some concept of the enemy, like I'm getting connected with the enemy. But for me to be way up in the sky, that means it has something to do with God. Now, if I was below the earth, or if I was doing something I ain't had no business doing, right? And my spirits let me know that's wrong, not in the dream, but when I wake up, then I know that's part of the enemy. But I think where I was, me being up in the sky, put me into connection with God. So that's number one. I'm high up. There's an elevation. Go home. There's an elevation that I'm going to that.
Oh, sorry.
What? What's wrong?
Hi.
Hi, okay.
I was going to say hi.
Okay.
And to tell you that my room feels like a freezing ice box. I feel like an ice box.
I guess you got to do like Mary and them did.
They took the air conditioner out?
No, they took tape. They got that black electrical, it looked like black electrical tape, and they taped it all around the window. I never thought about that, because I would have did that in 183.
Okay.
So where all the area where the window is, they got it taped up all around and stuff like that. And I noticed that it wasn't too cold. I didn't even think to ask her, but I went there to give her her envelope. I didn't feel that much air.
You're like, why y'all staring at me like that?
Yes. And now you want to be all lovey-dovey. You want to be running from me. I be trying to find you in the room and you ain't got no business in.
You're like, mommy, pet me. Like, come on. He doing the most for these pets. Yes.
Look at you. Yes,
He
yes.
needs to get me a curtain. I'm gonna go and probably might go get me one. I think that's another thing too, not having a curtain. I'm gonna buy me a thick one so no air can come through.
Yeah, that's smart.
A thicky one, and then I'm gonna tape it.
You ain't playing. Make sure no air.
I'm gonna tape it.
But I really think if you get the tape, who knows, maybe Mary and them still got some of that tape.
I'm gonna ask her.
And who was it that was taking the kids to school?
The last person that was taking the kids to school was Mary.
Oh, okay. Because I wasn't sure. Because she was saying yesterday, I think it's still Danielle's time. She said, but I got to look at the calendar. But I never heard.
I wasn't taking them to school.
I know, I didn't think so.
When the break was over. No, it wasn't my turn. My turn was over. Because when I took them to school, it was before this break ended. Because my week was the week before the break.
Okay. Wait a minute. I thought that. Okay, because I'm the last person. I'm last. Then come Mary. Then come you. Then come me.
Yeah. I didn't
So
even...
Mary. Okay, so when Mary turned done, then it's your turn. Okay, I don't know. But I think so. I think before the break, I'm remembering it was Mary.
Angel.
Oh, you dressed. Wait a minute. I didn't see that shirt before.
Oh, my Mojo. I just got this shirt. Mojo Jojo.
Is that somebody? Is that
Pop-Up Girls?
From the who?
Pop-Up Girls.
Power
Bubbles and then it was the monkey who's the villain. He's the villain. Mojo Jojo. Yeah.
Okay, so since you all decked out with your little
I put this on because I was cold.
sleeping outfits,
No, this is my leggings.
You look nice.
I look cold.
No, you look nice. You look warm. You ask me. I guess you ain't.
No, I'm not.
But what I was gonna say, since you all fixed up, you could just run and give me a coffee. I think I still got. Wasn't I eat my muffin? Yeah. Gave her my muffin. Junior, because I'm looking right now and say, okay, so she ain't gotta give me now. I could just get my muffin and I could eat it. But I remember he came in. Now they gonna have this muffin. They tore up that pie and them donuts. I told Jay, I get tired. I be bringing stuff. See, when Javon and Jamel is here, they eat up the stuff. They eat it up. I give it to Junior. Junior eat it up. But sometimes I bring stuff and it sit there. I bought bagels. I bought English muffins. I bought cakes. What's those things with the little sprinkles on it?
Donuts?
What'd you call that stuff?
Muffins?
No, the other thing.
Cupcakes?
Bye. I bought cupcakes. And every time Sister Kershaw is there, Sister Kershaw always giving me something. Well, give it to Mikey, because she called Tracy Mikey, because that was a commercial. Give it to Mikey. He eats anything. And I would come back and I say, okay, I bought this, I bought that. He'd sit right in that room. He don't eat nothing. He'd probably eat something right then and there, and that's it. But when Javon and Jamel is here and I bring that stuff, as soon as I got them donuts in there, Jamel asked me, can he have some? I said, go ahead. That's what I brought them for. And they sit up in there and they sit there and they mold. Ooh, I used to get so outdone. I used to bring some good stuff. And I know he liked the bagels. I would give the little ones like this. I bought the croissants. I mean, I know he don't eat croissants, but
you fat.
The little croissant.
You a fat cat, like literally.
Let me give you. I don't know. Do I have anything left? I got something left, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What you doing? All right, now, Angel, go ahead with your bad self.
Now, yesterday when we went to church, right? Oh, Michelle wasn't there.
Oh.
I had a feeling she wasn't gonna be there, but I would have thought that she would have been there. But we know how her New Year is gonna turn out. We know how her year is gonna turn out.
She's not gonna be in church at all.
Period. Exactly.
I'm gonna make that
exactly. Sad. But see, I kind of like, I mean, it's sad because now I really see how I was. Because Michelle's a split image. Because to be honest, she really tried to do what I do and be me. But see, she's losing because, see, me, I went to church. I made it through. What she went through, I made it through. But I can see that a lot of stuff that she went through, I went through it as well. And I left church too. I left church. But here's the thing. I didn't leave the church. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. You and your Victoria's Secret.
I want to go to bed.
Thing. I'm telling you, Victoria's Secret now making me want to get one. Because they got the same, you hear me? That's called plaid. They got the same thing. I liked it in green. They got it in green. They got the PJs. They got the little cuff at the end. Then they got the jogger one. You stop putting your wet things on me. we're together right here. And then they have the sleeve is not made. This is called a collar. They got the sleeve where it come down. Oh, that's your arm. They got the sleeve where it come down. We're together right here too. Like a sweatshirt type of thing. But I ain't want no plaid. But anyway, so, yes, I went out there. But see, here's the thing. A man never got me to go back on God. It was them. See, God knew it was those people that made me backslide.
I know you like it.
It wasn't no man. Wasn't no man. It wasn't no man. What's wrong? What you got on that? What you got on him? What is that?
The thing for your eyes, like to go to sleep.
Oh, that's why he was walking, because Mary had saw him. She said, why he walking like that? Because he was walking with, that's when he had the sweater on. He was walking real low, his legs all back.
Yeah.
Walking.
He's not used to wearing clothes.
That's because he ain't.
But you look like a really pretty man. You're going to continue to wear them clothes.
But if you...
We're not taking it off of you.
Yeah. You're a bad kitty.
You look better like that.
But
you look like a little cat, too.
Look like you got... give me this. Okay. Look like you got eyes in the back of your head.
You see me? I see you. I see. See how he was? That's how he was walking.
He's not used to wearing stuff or having anything on him.
No,
he gonna get it off.
He sure is. He gonna wait till we ain't even thinking or
looking.
He
ain't looking, paying attention, nothing. Alright.
Because he had some...
So, yeah, she's at that place now where I was. And when you get to that place, right, where you stop coming to church, when you actually stop coming to church, then that makes you more vulnerable for the enemy. And depending on how strong your mind is, the enemy can influence you where you don't ever go back to the church. That's what happened to Tandra. That's why I was very proud and happy and glad when Mary stepped foot back in there. And then she said she was going to come for the
watch night service.
For the watch night. I'm not helping you.
He's like, help me. I don't like...
You going to be done, look, he going to be done, oh, that's how he got out of it. He going to be done walk himself right on out of it. That's what he going to keep walking until... You trying to get it off, boo-boo? And you know that don't itchy.
Okay, look, I helped you a little bit. You just gotta do the rest by yourself. Now look, I'm gonna give it to you, huh? There you go.
He said, wait a minute, that my pay. He gonna get out of it. I want to see him get out of it. Because he got out that sweater and ain't nobody helped him.
Ain't nobody help him get out of that.
So...